Hi, I'm Dr. Kennedy with Enhanced Living Chiropractic. I'm here to tell you why we have lower back pain. When the vertebra goes out of alignment, it now puts pressure on the joint in between and when it puts pressure on the nerve. Anytime that you have pressure of the bone going out of place, it's not going to hurt in the bone. In fact, sometimes you don't even have arthritis pain when you have arthritis. What you have is the muscles and ligaments around the area now are trying to hold the bone back in alignment. That's why you have low back pain. Your body is constantly compensating for those misalignments. When you have the nerve pain, sometimes that's going to show up like sciatica. It's going to run down the leg. It's going to give you pain. How do we fix it? Well, first of all, we're going to move that bone back into the juxtaposition, meaning it's going to be in a better place and it's going to allow it to heal in that better alignment. By having it put back in place, all the tissue around it then can be relaxed. Why does it take more than one time to get it adjusted? That bone didn't always slip out just by one slip, one motion, one time that you misaligned it. It's the times that you didn't even realize you were making the bed or you were getting the kids ready for school. And as you did all those things, each incident built on the last one. That's why when we're young, we don't have any problems. We're young. We didn't do that much. We couldn't cause that much problems to us. As we get older, our ligaments, our muscles can get weaker, especially if we have a job where we have to sit a lot. The adjustment requires us putting that bone back in place. Once we do that, sometimes it still requires that tissue to heal. So that's why often a chiropractor is going to ask you to come back in to see us so that we can get that bone back position. If we do it more often than not, that means if you get adjusted and you go home and you do a couple things, it's going to want to go back out. But you're going to have to come back in because we're not going to put you in a cast. We're not going to keep you in a body brace so that you don't do anything. You're going to keep living. You're going to keep doing. But we do want to do it over a period of 6 to 8 weeks. That's where we know muscles and ligaments heal. Take, for instance, a neck surgery. The doctor's going to tell you 6 to 8 weeks. So in that time frame, that's what we can expect for the body to heal. We want to get it back in alignment. We want to give it time to heal. We might have to put it back in place more often than out of place so that it heals properly. That's what chiropractic is. That's why it makes the back feel better. We are located in Greer, South Carolina. We also have an office in Simpsonville, Travelers Rest, Inman, but we're happy to talk to you. Have a free consultation. Come into one of our offices and we'll be